You have no idea what American coins were sold for huge amounts in 2025. In this video, I will show 10 rare coins, from the cheapest to the most expensive, sold at auctions very recently. $5. Million was his 1969 Jefferson Nickel, and M65 condition was full steps. While the earliest days of US Mint boasts the greatest density of true rarities, even the modern era of US numismatics has its fair share of exciting treasures to town collectors adventures enough to cherry-pick, armed with only lube and afternoons worth of ambition. Among these underrated scarcities is a full-step 1969 Jefferson Nickel, though mintage figures will confirm that no Jefferson Nickel is anywhere approaching rare in an absolute sense. Available population are at times dwindling down to the single digits when preservation and strike are taken into consideration. The full-step 1969 Jefferson Nickel was called the Golden Fleece by Dave Bowers, with Scott Schechter suggesting in December 2012 Coin World article that the owner of such coin would be the king of Jefferson Nickel collectors. This rare specimen was sold for $33,600. 1961 Lincoln cent in pure 69 deep Cameo condition. As struck with glowing medium orange mint color to fully impressed, sharply cameoed surfaces, this dazzling ultra gem is a surprise condition rarity. From a mintage of 3,028,244 pieces, it was sold for $6,600. This is 1941 Jefferson Nickel in PR 68 plus condition. Sheer quality of preservation is what earns this coin a distinction. The proof of 1961 nickels generally plentiful, although pieces in the lofty PR 68 grade are notably rare. Vivid multicolor toning across each side complements the reflective fields and sharp satiny devices delivering an eye appeal that upholds its grade. It was sold for $7,800. This is 1937 D Washington quarter in Mint State 67 plus. An impressively satiny Denver Mint example with a faint coating of golden and sky blue hues across both sides. According to NGC, despite the recession of 1937-38, $250 production actually rose during 1937, a reflection of how few coins had been struck there in the first years of the decade. 1937 D quarters are readily available in grades up to through MS66, but the population drops off drastically above that level. Typical Denver Mint coins from this period, lasting into the 1950s, the D Mint quarters are the most consistently well struck of the three mints output. This MS68 Plus gem was sold for $2,820. This 1917 Lincoln cent was doubled Obverse. Both sides of this delightful 1917 double-die cent displays vibrant golden orange luster. The surfaces have an overall smooth satiny texture that highlights a razor-sharp strike. A few extremely faint and easily overlooked flag specks on the obverse are all that seem to preclude a full gem rating. This is one of the most pronounced double-die obverse varieties in the Lincoln cent series, with sharp doubling to the digits in the date and the letters "God We Trust" in the motto. It was sold for $14,687.50. 1952 S Jefferson Nickel in MS66 plus condition with full steps. San Francisco issues tended to have lower minties than their Denver and Philadelphia mint counterparts in the late 1940s and early to mid 1950s, and the S mint coins are harder to locate in high grades such as this one. Thus, the sharply struck premium gem nickel was vibrant luster and attractive gold and silver toning. It was sold for $8,812.50. This is 1965 Roosevelt dime struck on a silver dime Planchet, rare transitional round Planchet error, created in Mint State 62 by PCGS. Bright silver was a trace of toning on the lower reverse and lusters throughout, while seemingly innocuous these has all the usual appearance of the typical silver Roosevelt dime, but the date of 1965 is was the clad sandwich metal coinage began. There are few of these known of metal old Planchet strikings, but very few, especially in Mint State, as these would easily have slipped into circulation unnoticed, as silver coins dominated the coins in circulation for a few years after the clad coins were launched in 1965. Similarly in error to the famed 1943 copper cents, where a handful of leftover Planchets were struck in Hopper at when coinage began as a new year slipped into production unnoticed. One of the great mint errors of 1960s, an important and rare coin for the specialist. It was sold for $16,450. 1963 Jefferson Nickel in MS65 condition was full steps, whereas the 1963 Jefferson Nickel is plentiful without full steps. It's rare in any grade with them. Both sides of this gem are brilliant nickel gray with scintillating satin luster. Most importantly, the steps of Montchil are completely delineated. It was sold for $3,360. 1982 Winkle cent in superb gem condition, graded as MS69, read by PCGS. This pinkish orange superb gem is at the threshold of the numismatic perfection. Bright lusters and smooth, an exquisite example, both the issue and time. It ended up selling for $4,600. This is 1932 Washington Corton in a 65 plus condition with CAC approval. Millowy satin luster greets the viewer from both sides of this smooth, highly attractive silver tinge gem. Impressive technical quality and eye appeal for this key date. Unconditionally challenging issue from the first year of the Washington Quarter series. Those are 1932's mintage of 436,800 pieces is nearly 30,000 more than its San Francisco mint counterpart. At grades of EF40 or finer, the 1932 becomes a key date of the series. This highly sought-after gem was sold for $41,125.